There's a movie that I haven't seen that I was hoping to check out this weekend, and that is Suzume, which is an animated film that is currently in theaters, just opened. Alan, what's your review of Suzume?
You do have a background for that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so Suzume is a girl who is just kind of living her life. She's a little odd. One day she meets a guy who just a stranger that she kind of catches his eye, and we find out that the stranger is a doorkeeper. He's the one who goes around and closes doors. There's these doors that are all over Japan that just kind of stand there, and when you look through the door, you see this kind of cosmic worm. And this worm is going, because the door is open, it goes out and it tries to destroy the local town in a very, kaiju kind of way. By closing the door prevents that happening. And now Suzume, following him, kind of has special ability, kind of becomes a door closer with him. And they're followed by a cat. This is how weird this movie is. Followed by a cat who turns the guy into a chair. And so now Suzume and this guy who's now a chair must go and close all the doors in Japan. That's the story. It's like I'm sitting there. I went to the premiere of this movie, and there's people after the movie's over. People are kind of weeping and crying and feeling heartfelt. And I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? And I felt the same way when I saw Totoro. I think I'm kind of feeling like I don't understand Japanese storytelling. It feels like it's much more emotional than kind of a straightforward action narrative. That there are ideas and themes that are presented, and that is what is considered the beauty of Japanese anime and Japanese storytelling. And so, it kind of, this movie goes on a long time. We're following a girl in a chair, and I think the thing that for me is the issue is I'm trying to find latch points in the story, moments where I could just kind of grab onto the story and feel kind of the emotion that they're wanting to tell, the humanity of what they're trying to tell. And I'm just not getting it here. And so I don't know, Chris, what your experience is with, kind of this style of Japanese anime, where it's kind of people, usually girls, who go out on kind of some spiritual adventure. It's like when I saw Spirited Away, I'm continually watching going, what the hell am I watching? And I'm just finding it difficult to latch onto that story.
Alan, I'm with you on that. When I've seen these types of anime, it's just, I just realize it's not for me, except the one that I saw that I thought was very good was Belle. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, but that's a very straightforward narrative. It's about, a kid who's, I guess, being bullied online, and it has a VR element to it. It's about something we relate to, which is bullying. Yeah, this one is just, it has more loftier ideals behind it.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, maybe I will catch it on streaming, but I was gonna, you know what I'm actually seeing this weekend? I'm seeing The Big Lebowski. It's come back to theaters for like the 25th anniversary. We'll talk about it next week, but Dante and I are gonna go see The Big Lebowski. I think Dante is gonna be having some edibles. It's just a guess, because I know Dante well. And
isn't sharing.
Pretty sure he's going to be having edibles at the screening of The Big Lebowski we're going to Sunday at the AMC Burbank 16. So there you go. But let's go to your chat comments and questions. So Suzume, do you recommend Suzume?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't see it again. My daughter kind of wants to see it again just to see it in the subbed version. We saw it dubbed, but it's just not my style. I think, I know people who love this kind of storytelling, and I would say go ahead and see it.
Well, can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I always go with the subtitled version because you hear the original intention of the filmmaker, the voices for the actors, right? Like, I just prefer it. Although there's a very good versions of Akira that are, dubbed, but I always go subbed. Having said that, what I feel is when you see, this goes for almost every movie that has subtitles, you are reading more into it with reading subtitles than you would be if you just heard, understood the language. And by that I mean, and here I'm gonna prove it to you now, why movies that are subtitled seem way more profound and meaningful because of subtitles. Do you know why? Do you ever see people who have tattoos of kanji, like Americans who have like Chinese or Japanese symbols and they're all tattooed and it's profound? I saw someone did this, I think it was a TikTok, where a young Asian girl put English words on her, like one would put, like she put on her arm, this is totally true, she put the word soup in English, an Asian girl, just to show kind of, it might be a little weird that people put, and look, all due respect, if you have a tattoo on yourself that with kanji, I think it's very beautiful. I mean, it's an art, right? The language and it's beautiful, but it would be like an Asian person putting the word soup or happy on themselves.
Yeah.
You ever seen, there used to be, it was a thing that you could, a bunch of memes called English, and it was things in Japan or in Asian countries where they misuse English. Just look up English, go down a rabbit hole. It's hysterical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll say this. I think one reason why they use kanji as a symbol is because, and this is what I'm saying about Asian storytelling, is it's about the theme of kanji versus the fact that it's just soup. It's the idea of gives you warmth that fills you up, and that's why they do it. Regarding the subs, I like subs because it reflects, I think, the author's original intent in terms of dialogue versus subbed, which is trying to do that while matching voice mouth movements. If you want to do something interesting, my kid and I, we watched the volleyball one. Why am I spacing out on this right now? Haiku. We watched it both with subtitles and dubbed, and you see the differences between what is being said and what the subtitle is. And so, I always go for the author's original intent, which is why I like subbed.
Right. Let's go to your super chats and questions now. So wait, real quick, Alan, do you recommend Suzume?
No.
Wow.
But
wow.
I have to qualify it. It's like if this is your style, if you like Spirited Away, if you like these kind of ethereal thematic movies, I guess you might enjoy it. I'm not going to speak to that. I can't definitively say that. But people were crying in my theater. People were saying this is the greatest movie ever. So it's like, I don't know if they're just kind of caught up in the moment that we're at the world premiere, or if it's something else.
Well, I will say that Spirited Away is actually coming to theaters in one of those limited Fathom Events things. They're showing the live action stage play of Spirited Away in theaters. So,
by the way, it's a live performance. It's a live performance.
It's a live performance.
It's a live. That's why on one day it's a different actor, on another day it's another actor.
Oh, I'm definitely going. I love the Fathom Events. The only problem I have with the Fathom Events, they start on time. There's no trailers. So there's no like 20 minutes of trailers. Like, I'll get popcorn. Well, I'm going to grab another drink. Like, no. The Fathom Events things, they start on time. So there you go.
By the way, I should say, it was I went to the world premiere of the English dubbed version. That's where I was at.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.